Dead Family, a Final Fantasy VII short story. Sephiroth killed my mother, but she was already dead even before being engulfed in fire. The fire just seals the deal. Let me tell you about my dead family. My father left my life at a young age. My mother said he died in the war, but that was a lie. She left him. My mother has lived her life in an unstable way, making random choices and then complaining about how her life ended up. Multiple husbands, multiple boyfriends. How could she complain? My father was just as she was, drifting through life, lacking self-control, undisciplined, lacking understanding, not believing anything except in having a good time, I guess. What was even the thought process behind their getting married and having me? Was there even any thought? You look good enough, I guess. Let's do the deed and get it over with. The fire just seals the deal. Where is the love? Where is the commitment? Where is the choice to do something good and right and just, and then doing it? Many people live their lives like animals, just chasing various random thoughts and pleasures that they happen to catch a glimpse of, like a dog chasing a squirrel or a car. They reject any attempt from anyone to teach them wisdom, discretion, and discernment. Don't tell me how to live, they say. And also, how did my life turn out like this? Maybe your life turned out like this because you rejected all good instruction? The fire just seals the deal. Even before dying in a fire, my mother was already in a fire. The fire of fierce and unrestrained passion. The fire of uncontrolled anger and disdain. My mother lived her life senselessly, without reason, without a logic, without purpose. Look at how a fire behaves. It just grows and burns up anything it comes into contact with. Doesn't that remind you of people? They use each other and leave a burnt husk. Men and women use each other for pleasure and then discard the remains. A piece of wood is burnt. Let me get another. I burned through that friendship. Let me cut down another tree. We add fuel to the fire through our words and actions. My mother played with the hearts of so many men, stirring them on. 3 marriages, all burnt, all discarded. The fire just seals the deal. My mother's father, my grandfather, left a perfectly good woman, my grandmother, for a younger, looser, more aggressive woman. Then he complained she was a whore. I really don't get my family. I really don't get humanity. They ruin perfectly good things and then complain. They burn the forest down and then complain there's no shade, no lumber to build a house. They burn down fruit-bearing trees and then say there's nothing to eat. My grandfather left a perfectly good woman for a prostitute. When I last visited him, I heard non-stop bitter arguments. They cussed at each other like sailors. I couldn't believe it. Is this what humanity was meant to be? Last I heard, my grandfather got arrested for stealing booze from a local liquor store. An old man stealing alcohol when he should be spoiling his grandkids and tending his garden. He always liked stealing things. He liked getting away with it, thinking he was smarter and slicker than everyone else. In his mind, all of humanity were just sheep following the rules while he did what he wanted. The fire just seals the deal. My mother's brother, my uncle, had 3 marriages and 3 divorces. A trail of burnt trees. My uncle chose women for their beauty, not for their prudence and wisdom. His first wife was young and reckless. They burnt each other and produced a daughter. His second wife was young and wanted to flaunt her beauty to everyone. She burnt him more than he burnt her, a mutual exchange of fire. He had a second daughter with her. With his third wife, he decided to mix it up and marry a woman of his own age, an old classmate. As fate would have it, she also had 2 daughters. Except, I don't believe in fate. Not anymore. He reaped what he sowed. He got someone who was damaged goods, just like he was. The third marriage lasted longer, but also ended in divorce. I don't keep up with him anymore. If I had to guess, he doesn't bother with marriage anymore. I hope he's living a life of continence, but what are the chances? The fire just seals the deal. I'm not going to fail like they did. I'm not going to live my life like a dog. I'm not going to burn myself and others with useless desires and passions. I'm going to keep my natural affection under control and not let it overtake me. It's easy to just condemn my family and blame them for my life. But that doesn't take away from the fact that I have free will, and I'm not bound to my family. There's no law that says I have to repeat their mistakes. I don't gloat over being a good person because I know I have a long way to go. But I know I'm condemned if I do as they did. I see clearly where their path leads. To fire. To destruction. I'm going to turn my face away from them. I'm going to follow another path. As I walk, I hear them screaming behind me, in agony. Who do you think you are? You think you're better than us? We raised you. We own you! I am grieved, but I love my soul. It's the only thing I truly own in this world. My clothes, my sword, all my belongings will burn away one day, but my soul will remain. What will it be like? The fire just seals the deal, but I have chosen the cool, refreshing streams of self-control, wisdom, understanding, patience, continence, gratitude, charity, and love. True love.
But if this man begets a son who sees all the sins which his father has done, and fears, and does not do likewise, who does not eat upon the mountains or lift up his eyes to the idols of the house of Israel, does not defile his neighbor's wife, does not wrong anyone, exacts no pledge, commits no robbery, but gives his bread to the hungry and covers the naked with a garment, withholds his hand from iniquity, takes no interest or increase, observes my ordinances, and walks in my statutes. He shall not die for his father's iniquity, he shall surely live. As for his father, because he practiced extortion, robbed his brother, and did what is not good among his people, behold, he shall die for his iniquity. Yet you say, why should not the son suffer for the iniquity of the father? When the son has done what is lawful and right, and has been careful to observe all my statutes, he shall surely live. The soul that sins shall die. The son shall not suffer for the iniquity of the father.